previous video about moving to Dundee and starting to map here, I said that I was worried about the shops, the detail in the city centre. Well, this morning I'm actually going to start with some shops on Perth Road, because it does need doing, but I'm only going to do one section, a block or two, maybe 10 photos that I'll just snap, because I think some of them are out of date, and I just want to know that every business on that section is correct. I'm then going to go down Thomson Street today, map the house numbers and any detail, and that will take me down by Magdalen Green, and then I'll go up Seafield Road or close. There's a few there. It's not a straight parallel roads anymore, it's getting more complicated, so I'll wiggle. I'm not sure if I'll do one or two roads on the way back, but I think it should probably be fairly straightforward. Lots of detail, house numbers, and just confirming that the roads are what they are and that they say everything, seeing if I find anything unusual to map. So I better get going. It is good in OpenStreetMap that we look at these house numbers, detail everything in detail, confirming it, and that's the difference. Because you could quickly do house numbers, as other mapping companies will do, just from passing by and making guesses. So it goes fairly simple here, like in the UK, every evens on one side, you've got 232, 234, and I'm walking along, and that seems this whole block of house numbers, till you get a 236A. So I record that differently, and it's the same spacing. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. Maybe it was one house that got split into two, because some of these have a downstairs flat. It's not that. 236B is just there, so it's right next to each other. So I've recorded both of those using Keypad Mapper. I've gone along, I've already done the other in that stretch, and that's where I've come from. So we'll continue this way, the way I'm walking down into Thomson Street, and I am thinking, well, let's walk along with me. I'm thinking it's just going to be house numbers, but as I say, we do this, we actually go out and survey what's there, because you never quite know. Looks like it's going to be mainly house numbers. There might be some house names there, but on this side there's going to be some flats, so I'll be able to record each entrance, what the number actually is at that entrance. There has actually been details, bits of sprinklings of mapping around this part of Dundee, and house number mapping particularly. I noticed I walked past Belfield Road, Belfield Avenue rather, I'm always getting it mixed up, that's why I take photos. But anyway, I saw there were house numbers already mapped. From the bottom it looked fine. Number 1 was mapped. On the other side, I think it was number 4 it started out, which was correct, which meant I could skip that. And as I say, it's not an easy up and down on this bit, so I went to the next one, which was Magdalen Place or something, wiggled up there, mainly a back road and the backs of houses, but I got a few detail. But then I came along this Seafield Road, past Seafield Close, and looked at the top, and I was like, 18 should be there, but they've mapped 16, so it's slightly wrong, which confuses me. I can't look, I'm not on my computer, so it's not easy to see when that mapping was or who by who. Maybe they just made a mistake, maybe their photo didn't record or something like that, or they thought they knew it. Maybe they were counting some people count the spaces like the gardens or something, but as I showed you, it can be complicated. So I guess I should probably go down, or I'll just check that there's 18, but I think I'm going to go down and up to be extra certain that my mapping's correct, and then I'll wiggle out of here, there's a little nursery, so I can't take photos too much detail, but I can do the keypad mapping, and then I'll get back to the Perth Road, and I think I'm ready for a cup of tea and then maybe doing the map editing. Sorry about the shakiness. After filming that last segment with Bellevue Avenue that I went down, then I got the low battery warning. That's the trouble using my GPS and video, it really drains the battery. So, see, I did Seafield Close, which is just an awkward little cul-de-sac. Seafield Road I'm on now to get back to the Perth Road. And I'm not gonna map the house numbers because I'll come back. This will make an easier loop for my next session of mapping. But I've recorded plenty in photos and keypad mapper. I'm in a rush because my battery's gonna low. But yeah, I've recorded enough. I'll have to get back to the computer, edit it, just make sure those house numbers on keypad mapper are in a nice position, add the details, the usual. I might try and show you that, but probably in a different video. So that's me for now, until I get back and charge my phone. Right, see ya.